Hey, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another deck profile. We've been doing a ton of testing for set 4, and this is probably going to be the profile I'm most excited to bring you guys because it's featuring my favorite leader in the game, Striker Goku. So if you guys remember this fan favorite from set 2, what he kind of allows you to do is play multiple threats in one turn, so you can really have a giant tempo swing when you're trying to put a lot of pressure on your opponent or you're trying to kill multiple threats. So this leader is really good at that. So he's making a huge resurgence in set 4. I'm really excited to show you guys this list that we've come up with. We'll get right into it. So we've got the Super Saiyan God Son Goku leader. Attack, untap blue energy. At 4 life, draw 2 cards and awaken. And Soul Striker Son Goku on the backside, he has a permanent where when you have 5 or more energy, he gains 5,000 power during your turn. He attacks, draws a card, and untaps 2 blue energy. So you get a lot of energy manipulation there to make a lot of huge plays on your turn. So we've got 2 Scientist Fu as a utility spot, 25k body, double strike, great overwhelm card. Then we've got the 4 legendary flute. We're playing a blue leader that can abuse this card, so we're playing it. What this card does is you can choose a 3-drop or less on either side of the field, bounce it back to the owner's hand, and if it's your own card, you draw 1. So this card just enables some pretty crazy pluses, and one of the best targets for that card is the energy boosted Majin Buu. Great turn 1 play, draw a card, and it's a 5k combo that just sits on the board, and you flute it back to your hand, you draw 2, so it's pretty nutty. Then we've got the 4 Senzu Bean, just more energy manipulation with the leader. Untap a blue energy to use it during the combo step, give a 5,000 boost to anything, so really important to know that when you're comboing with this card, you can put the 5,000 power anywhere. It doesn't have to be on the card you're attacking with. But regardless of that, after you do that, you can untap 2 energy. So you can even untap like 2 greens, let's say if you needed to, instead of a blue and a green or 2 blues. Then we've got 3 Unyielding Spirit Trunks. This is some more energy manipulation during your turn. When you combo this card, if your leader's blue, you can untap any color energy. And that's usually not played in Soul Striker decks, but we're playing the entire Gotenks package, so we're playing this as a searchable target, and it just enables more combos. So we're playing it at 3. Then for our super combo, we've got Boost Attack Piccolo. Generally the best blue super combo, 10k guaranteed draw card. Can't go wrong with it. Then we've got the Raging Spirit Son Gohan. It's our Freehan. 10k combo, comes into play rested. Great for staving off a lot of those heavy aggro decks that are going to be very relevant in the format. Then we have a new card out of set 4 that's not really being talked about too much, but it's really strong. We've got Raging Energy Blast Gotenks. So this is a 4-drop 20k body with critical, so that's already amazing. Then it has an activate main. It's got that Mighty Mask effect. So place this card in your drop area, choose up to 1 of each Son Goten and Trunks Youth from your deck and add them to your hand. Then choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode, then shuffle your deck. So this card just enables some insane plays. So let's say it's turn 4, awakened or non-awakened. When you're typically going to be awakened on turn 4, but when you play this card, you swing with it, swing for a critical. They take it or negate it or combo out of it, whatever. Then you tag it out to search any of your Trunks or Gotens, and then you untap 2 energy, and then your leader will swing, usually on the awakened side, and untap 2 more energy. So your entire turn will basically restart there, but you actually have a +1 at the end of it. So really insane. This card actually allowed me to get around 4 grade 8 blockers last night. It's an incredible game. It's probably the best game I've ever played in my life. Long story short, my opponent was at 2 life. He had 4 grade 8 blockers on the board and 2 energy up. I had 2 Raging Spirit Son Gohans on the board and my Awakened leader. So through some insane shenanigans, I baited out blocks with the 2 attacks from these guys, my leader swing, and then I was able to drop 3 of these Raging Energy Blast Gotenks to get around the other blockers and a Roshi, and then I was eventually able to drop the Scientist Fu for game. So I was able to drop 5 threats in that turn. It was absolutely nutty what this card enables you to do. I really love that about this leader. This is probably my favorite card in the deck, honestly. Now we've got the green package. We've got full power energy as our negate. We're not maining Whis' Coercion because I think this negate is going to be a better meta call, but there are definitely going to be games where this card's dead, so we're probably going to board 3 to 4 coercions. But just to have a better matchup against those crazy aggro decks, we're playing the full power energy at 4. Then we've got the newfound power Son Gohan, kind of the retrained green Kaba. When this card attacks, you may choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand. If you do so, this card gains 10,000 power and critical for the turn. So super good at helping you awaken, combos excellently with Legendary Flute. Then we've got 3 Unified Spirit Sun Gotens and 3 Unified Spirit Trunks. So for the most part, these are searchable green energy off of your Raging Energy Blast Gotenks. So this deck, you kind of do want to charge up to 5 to 6 energy. So even after turn 4, you'll still be searching for energy to charge. But these guys do actually have pretty relevant effects. So the Sun Goten, when you swing with him, which he's a 15k body that threatens an Awakened Leader, you can look at the top 7 cards of your deck for a Trunks Youth and add it to your hand. So it's just a straight up +1 that threatens an Awakened Leader, and then activate main, you can return this card to your hand. And then the Unified Spirit Trunks, same activate main, where you can return this card back to your hand. When this card attacks, you may reveal 1 Sun Goten from your hand. If you do so, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and KO that card. So super strong effect where you can just pop 3 drops when you swing with it, and then you get it back to your hand so it can't die. We want those back in our hand, so this way we can fuse into our psyched up Gotenks. So this card was one of the coolest cards that came out of the Heroes expansion, and but it really hasn't seen any play since then. And I think this is a great deck for it to fit in. This guy is just a giant bomb. So he has Union Fusion, which isn't really a keyword that's seen too much. So he's a 6-drop, 25k double striker, but you can Union Fusion him for 2 green and 2 colorless with a Sun Goten and Trunks Youth. You take 1 of each from your hand with the same power and place them in the drop area. So typically, it's always going to be our Unified Sun Goten and our Unified Spirit Trunks. And then when he comes into play, if you have a Sun Goten in your drop area, you can draw 2 cards. And if you have a Trunks Youth in your drop area, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it of any power level. So you're always going to get that off when you decide to Union Fusion with it. But a lot of times you'll get that off anyway because you'll just have the pieces engraved, and you got to make sure you time that up well with your before you drop your Scientist Fu. And then for the last 4 cards on the deck, we've got our 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. Great card in this deck because you are untapping energy and you have a lot of energy manipulation, so you can really have the energy available on your opponent's turn to just get a basically extra super combo, 10k draw card. So this card's really strong in the deck, helps you stave off that crazy aggro that a lot of these decks are able to put out. But this deck is really good at a few things. It's really good at slowing down the game state. So you still have, you'll see this in a couple of my deck profiles. We have that 12-card defensive package that really allows us to slow down the game to a pace that we want it to be at, where this deck really shines turn 4 and above. You just put out a crazy amount of threats. And it's also really good at putting out multiple threats in one turn. Like I said before, with this Raging Energy Blast Gotenks and Sensu Beans and the Unyielding Spirit Trunkses, I was able to put out enough threats to get past 4 Great Apes with Barrier and Blocker. So it was absolutely insane. It was really incredible, and this just enables so many crazy combos. So I really like the position this deck is in going into set 4. This is definitely the alpha version of the deck. I'm still tweaking the ratios. I'm not going to say this is the end-all be-all list. Like, I'm still trying to feel out if the psyched up Gotenks is worth it. Every time I've dropped it, I've absolutely loved it. I'm usually dropping it for 4 energy, and it's not going to be a draw 2. I mean, it is. You are going to draw 2 cards, but you're still going to discard 2 to draw 2. But every time I've dropped this, I've just felt really good about it. So yeah, everyone, that's the deck profile. Please let me know what you think about this deck. This is kind of like my pet, my baby, my biggest project in this game, and I'm really looking to have it succeed going into set 4. But I wanted to get it out to you guys because I just really feel like that this is a fan favorite deck, and a lot of people really wanted to see something happen with Striker Goku, and I feel like I have a really good build. So please let me know what you think. Please leave any suggestions in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave a like, please subscribe. This way that you can be a part of all the great Dragon Ball content that we're looking to get to you guys. So yeah, with that being said, this is Joey from Crossworld TCG, and we'll see you next time.